Hello, and welcome to another enthralling story about the new college sports landscape with the NIL rules and how much the top college athletes make and who they are. But before we get started, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell icon to ensure you never miss any of our content. With that sorted, let's get into this. Collegiate sports, an institution largely unaltered for over a century, experienced a seismic transformation in 2021. The catalyst for this upheaval was the concept of name, image, and likeness, or NIL, which shattered the long-standing foundations of amateurism within college sports. Today, we are going to look at the very concept of NIL and players benefit from it. Since its inception, amateurism had been the bedrock of collegiate sports, stipulating that players couldn't receive payment for their participation. Scholarships were the sole compensation for student athletes. However, the game changer arrived in June 2021 when the Supreme Court's unanimous ruling in NCAA versus Alston found the NCAA's restrictions on education-related payments to be unlawful. Consequently, the NCAA's control over NIL was relinquished to state laws or, in their absence, to individual schools. The boundaries were clear: no pay for play and no quid pro quo. Players couldn't be remunerated based on performance, and recruits weren't allowed to ink deals contingent on joining a specific school. This new landscape led to a flurry of endorsement announcements, spanning from NFT and Nike partnerships to local eatery and car dealership affiliations. Athletes signing with agents and flooding social media with ad posts became the norm. However, an intriguing development emerged: the rise of collectives. In early May, key figures in college sports convened in Phoenix, their annual meeting influenced by the burgeoning NIL market and its involvement with collectives. These entities, often founded by a school's alumni, gather financial resources that are then directed towards athletes in exchange for utilizing their name, image, and likeness. Importantly, collectives operate independently from the university and athletic departments. These collectives function as intermediaries for NIL deals, both for current athletes and potential recruits. It's not uncommon to see recruits of varying statures signing lucrative contracts, with the money guaranteed regardless of their future presence on the team. However, the involvement of collectives in recruiting and boosting athletes' prospects has raised concerns, particularly as booster engagement and pay for play have traditionally been off limits. In response, the NCAA recently released clearer guidelines aiming to curtail boosters' influence on NIL-related payments. Yet, this new era of college athletics, shaped by NIL, has left some coaches and leaders feeling uneasy. One Power 5 head coach commented that the situation has spiraled out of control, creating a wild, wild west atmosphere. To address the complexities arising from collectives, a fresh NCAA subcommittee spent months crafting newly released guidelines, establishing that collectives should be considered boosters, thereby subject to the rules preventing booster involvement in recruiting. While the Division I Board of Directors has endorsed this guidance, a significant challenge looms: potential antitrust scrutiny. Legal experts suggest that the NCAA could face antitrust investigations if it attempts to enforce sanctions in this domain. The outcome of the first NCAA investigation into a collective could trigger a lawsuit, leading to a judge's decision on the NCAA's legal authority. So, college football, which has staunchly adhered to amateurism since 1869, experienced a groundbreaking shift in the ability of players to monetize their endeavors. The Supreme Court's decision in NCAA versus Alston marked the turning point. Athletes were now able to engage in business ventures without jeopardizing their eligibility, as state laws and NCAA amendments eradicated previous restrictions. NIL grants players the right to profit from their own name, image, and likeness, rights that had long been withheld by the NCAA. This paved the way for a myriad of revenue streams, appearing in ad campaigns, selling merchandise, launching their own businesses, and more. College football stars could now embrace local and national commercial opportunities, propelling them into the spotlight. Agents have emerged as crucial players in this new landscape. Players are now permitted to enlist agents who aid in securing endorsements, appearances, and other opportunities. While agents do take a cut, they cannot lock players into representing them in future professional deals. This shift introduces a more complex dynamic to player-agent relationships. The NCAA, having ceded some control over NIL to state laws and schools, now strives to enforce existing rules. Hence, categorizing collectives as boosters, the NCAA aims to regulate their involvement in recruiting. However, this pursuit is not without risks. Potential antitrust investigations loom, as the NCAA's actions could be viewed as anti-competitive. The path forward is riddled with legal complexities as the NCAA threads carefully to avoid exacerbating its regulatory challenges. In a broader context, the NIL revolution impacts the entire spectrum of college athletes. While the highest profile players at renowned institutions reap significant financial benefits, opportunities are also available to athletes across the board. The evolving landscape offers a glimpse of both potential and uncertainty, where a select few shine as top earners while many others navigate the intricacies of this new era. The transformation of college sports through name, image, and likeness, or NIL, has opened up a multitude of avenues for college athletes to capitalize on their status. From local heroes to nationally recognized stars, players can now engage in various ventures that were previously off limits. Here's a look at the diverse ways in which athletes can now make money. Athletes' popularity makes them attractive endorsers for brands. They can participate in advertising campaigns, lending their faces and voices to products and services. From energy drinks to sportswear, the possibilities are as diverse as the athletes themselves. Social media has become a powerful platform for athletes to interact with their fans. Now, they can monetize their social presence by collaborating with brands for sponsored posts. As influencers, their endorsement reaches beyond the field or court, directly engaging to their followers. Personalized merchandise such as jerseys, hats, or accessories offers athletes an opportunity to connect with their fan base and generate revenue simultaneously. Customized gear bearing their name, number, or catchphrases become sought-after memorabilia. Athletes with skills and experience can organize sports camps for aspiring athletes. Sharing their expertise in training and strategy not only fosters growth in the sport, but also becomes a potential source of income. Entrepreneurial-minded athletes can channel their ambition into launching their own businesses. Whether it's a fitness training center, clothing line, or a sports equipment store, their sports fame can attract customers and investors alike. Autographed items have always held value for sports enthusiasts. Athletes can now profit from this demand by selling signed memorabilia, like jerseys, posters, or balls. Each signature becomes a tangible connection between the athlete and their fans. Public appearances at events, gatherings, or promotions can now yield financial benefits. Athletes can charge for their presence, tapping into their appeal to enhance the visibility of various initiatives. Many athletes possess remarkable stories of dedication, perseverance, and triumph. They can leverage their experiences to offer motivational speeches at conferences, schools, or corporate events, receiving compensation for their insights and inspiration. Sports fans hold autographs in high regard, and athletes can now capitalize on this passion. Organizing autograph signing sessions at events or sports stores allows them to interact with fans while generating income. One of the most prominent players may secure lucrative deals. This transformative era brings forth a democratization of revenue, allowing athletes across the spectrum to explore new horizons and create a sustainable financial future. Here are the top 5 highest paid college athletes. Number 5, Shedeur Sanders, $1,500,000 plus. School, University of Colorado. Sport, football. Born February 7, 2002. Deion Sanders sent shockwaves throughout the college football world when he announced he would be leaving Jackson State to coach the University of Colorado. He also brought along several players with him, including his son Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur was the starting quarterback for Jackson State last season and amassed a huge following through his vlogs on YouTube. He's secured deals with companies such as Gatorade, PLB Sports, Mercedes-Benz, and more. Number 4. Arch Manning, $2,100,000 plus. School, University of Texas. Sport, football. Born April 27, 2005. If you have the Manning last name, you're almost guaranteed a place in football royalty. Arch Manning's commitment hype last year was one of the highly publicized storylines in college football. After whittling down his list of possible schools, Manning finally committed to the University of Texas Longhorns. He has yet to sign a single NIL deal because of the strict direction he has been given by his family, in which he's not allowed to sign an NIL deal until he establishes himself on the field. It makes sense that Manning's family is forcing him to earn his money on the field instead of just using his name. Number 3. Caleb Williams, $2,500,000 plus. School, University of Southern California. Sport, football. Born November 18, 2001. Caleb Williams entered the 2021 college football season with low expectations. He was Spencer Rattler's backup, one of the highest touted prospects in recent memory. After Rattler didn't live up to the hype, Williams stepped in and shocked the world. He transferred to USC after that season and truly established himself as a top NFL prospect. After throwing for over 4,500 yards, 42 touchdowns, and winning 11 games, Williams was awarded the 2022 Heisman Trophy and now has established partnerships with major trading card companies like Leaf, Fanatics, and Topps. Number 2. Livy Dunn, $3 million plus. School, Louisiana State University. Sport, gymnastics. Born October 1st, 2002. Louisiana State University gymnast Livy Dunn skyrocketed to fame a few years ago after establishing a social media presence. First posting TikToks of pre-match warm-ups or locker room moments, she began to build a massive following that ballooned into 11+ million followers. Dunn is now one of the most famous college athletes on the planet and continues to use her fame to leverage brand deals. She has secured sponsorships and partnerships with brands like ESPN, Grubhub, and Forever 21. Recently graduating from LSU, Dunn continues to dominate the NIL landscape through her massively popular social media accounts and shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Number 1. Bronny James, $5 million plus. School, University of Southern California. Sport, basketball. Born October 6, 2004. The most famous college athlete who's yet to play a single second of collegiate sports is undoubtedly Bronny James. Son of Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, Bronny has basically been in the spotlight since he was born. Because of the ties that LeBron has to huge corporate entities like Nike and Beats by Dre, Bronny already has some big deals in place. He recently committed to playing for the University of Southern California Trojans next season. That's it for this look into the NCAA and the top 5 highest paid college athletes. If you enjoyed this video and would like more great business stories, like, comment, and subscribe to make sure you are now locked onto the channel with the most fascinating business stories, new and old.